Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing this Wednesday? Hope all is well. In the chat, we have the original Grognard and Robbie Wartburg. Check out those two marvelous channels. As we continue our subscriber drive for the FOC, Friends of the Community. Let's get everyone to 1,000K and more. So how's everyone's Wednesday going? We might have a special guest on, trying to get that guest on. And Tribes fans in the chat, how you doing, my friend? Robbie Wartburg's playing a game. Ernie Harwell, while he was waiting. And he says the 67 Red Sox lead the 68 Tigers 6-0. I like that score. And my headset wants to auto shutdown again. You son of a gun. It's power to stop that nonsense. So hope everyone's doing well. And we have the Dominator. Hello, how are you? And OTDA's in the house. All hail the Empire. And JD, check out that wonderful channel. And Tribes fan, again, let's subscribe to all these wonderful channels, folks. How's everyone's Wednesday going? Tribes fan says, doing well. Twins week in baseball being uploaded as we speak. Robbie Wartburg gives us an update here. 8-0, Al. Red Sox 67 over the 68 Tigers. JD says, finishing Witcher 3 main story. That is an intent. Did you fight that witch lady? Like you meet her in the swamp? And OTDA has put JD's link in the chat. We greatly appreciate that. Please hit that and subscribe. Also subscribe to the original Grognard and Robbie Wartburg. JD says, it sucked and I hate people, so it's been that kind of week. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And OTDA is right, a moderator extraordinaire. Thank you very much. He put Tribes fan link in the chat. If you could do that also with Robbie Wartburg and the original Grognard OTDA, thank you very much, my friend. And again, we might have Bobby Cantillano on to talk some arts and craft. She does some marvelous stuff, and you can see it on her Facebook page. Let me see if we're able to. We're having difficulty connecting up with her, as I just clicked on the wrong button here. Nope, still don't see her. So we might not have her, as she's trying to do it from her phone. Her laptop, I believe, is down. So living my Rhapsody. And Bobby's like, how do I find you? Well, you found me. Hello, LMR. Check out that lovely channel, Living My Rhapsody, all things entertainment, Game of Thrones, and much, much more. Also, we're going to give some shout outs because I forget as I start to babble away. Mr. John St. Baptiste, that's a wonderful music channel. Mackenzie, I believe it's Mackenzie Phillips. Now I forgot her last name. Another wonderful, they're on Cylon Johns. And Johnny Be Crazy, Citadel for Trivia, Cylon Johns, as I stated, and AU Pack Mule. I'll be getting those links and putting them in the chat a little later. Thank you. LMR's link is in the chat. OTDA is right on the money tonight. And I'm sorry that Mackenzie L. Burns, you mean? Yes, OTDA. I don't know why I said Mackenzie Phillips. I'm old. I forget things. So check out that channel. And if we can put links in the chat to the ones I said, that'd be awesome sauce. So we're trying to get Bobby Cantillano, but for some reason she cannot hook up through the Discord. So Bobby, I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put the link in here, the chat. So click on it and see if that works. And it's only going to stay up shortly. So let me try that. We'll see if we can get Bobby on. If not, we'll have to get her on another time when she gets her laptop up and running. So let's try this again. I thought we were going to have a special guest with us. Bobby Cantillano, friend to all in the community. Let's try it again, folks. Here we go, Bobby. Bobby. All right. So, Bobby, if you click on that, that should work, hopefully. If not, and I will give you 10 seconds, Bobby. 10 seconds. As everyone's saying hello to everyone. And again, this is a subscriber drive to get to everyone to 1,000K and more. And that's Mackenzie Burns's, Mackenzie L. Burns channel. Yes, again, we have like the friendliest chat. And I believe Bobby's joined us. I heard a noise. Let me look over. Did Bobby join us? No? Yes, there's Bobby. Okay, we can get rid of that. Hello.
Hold on.
Hello, Bobby. Dun, 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 dun.
Hold on, I opened up a new one.
All right, we've got Bobby Cantillano in the chat. And it's now Arts and Craft Night on Chat with Al. How are you, Bobby? How's FLA? How are you doing?
That was stressful.
Stressful?
I'm doing all right.
Well, that's what we like to hear. We don't want to hear stressful.
Well, I got all this stuff open, and I don't know where the noise was coming from.
That's okay. I've done that too. It's all right. It's all good. And then LMR said, Bobby is here. Bobby is on Chat with
LMR.
So, Bobby, thank you for joining us. And we are gonna talk it. And OTDA says, glad to see you, Bobby. So we've missed you on Cylon Johns because I like to watch Cylon Johns, and I won one of those fart in the bucket things or box. I'm very excited about getting that. I love that. I don't really watch Battlestar Galactica, the newer one. I watched the old one, but it's so much fun to listen to you guys talk. I don't even know like half the time what you guys are doing. It's just so much fun. And then you guys go off the rails, and I'm like, what they say? I perk right up. Like what? No, it's really fun. You guys have a nice crew. How did you hook up with those guys?
Well, I watch all the Game of Thrones stuff.
Yeah, and they do that, right? They're big into that. Which you like Game of Thrones. We'll talk a little Game of Thrones too a little later.
Yeah, I love Game of Thrones. And I was watching Kyle on Azura Hype. I was watching him, and he said they had that new Geek Chat 1 Facebook page. So I joined there. And, well, I was asking questions, and somebody said I only had one left.
Oh, that had to be Johnny Be Crazy.
No, Johnny wasn't in there. So I only had one question left. So to be a jerk, and I can be a jerk, I asked, I asked if they would explain to me from season 1, episode 1 to current, if they would explain to me the Game of Thrones in 1980s music lyrics. And John St. Baptiste.
He took the challenge, didn't he, Mr. John St. Baptiste? That's awesome.
He did, and
that's awesome.
And then he did this Cylon Johns thing, which I thought I was doing one episode.
No, you're a regular now. You're missed because you had issue with what's it, your laptop or something?
I broke my keyboard on my laptop.
Yeah, bad. Not bueno. Not bueno.
Yeah, so I just bought a USB one the other day. I said, well, I'm going to try it, and it worked. So
yeah, you just put so you're going to be back on Cylon Johns then.
Well, I can. I didn't know it was that simple.
But now you do. It's fixed. Problem solved. Rinse and repeat. The show must go on, Bobby Cantillano.
Show must go on.
#1 fan, one of our best contributors in the FOC, the community, friends of the community. You're in everyone's chat. You're like savoir faire. You are everywhere.
I'm a busybody, I think.
It's funny. I'm at work and I'm like looking around and I'm like, okay, let me listen to someone's chat. And I get in there and it's like, hi, Al. I'm like, wow, there's Bobby. And then that one's over and I go to the next one, you know, when I can. Just I'm working and I'm listening. Like a lot of people do, I think, you know, because we enjoy listening to our friends and meeting people. And it's hi, Al. So that's really cool. And we did, you know, it's kind of funny. So there in Cylon Johns, I want to get to also your lovely arts and I don't know how I call them knickknacks, but that doesn't do them justice. Your creations, your arts and crafts. But on Cylon Johns, you have Johnny Be Crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
John St. Baptiste.
Yeah.
Our Twitter daughter, Mackenzie L. Burns.
Yeah.
Then you have Amanda.
Amy.
I knew it started with an A.
Yeah, Amy True.
And Amy's the other Canadian, correct?
No,
No,
that's
she's from the UK.
Clarissa.
Clarissa's the Canadian. So
Yeah.
it's like the UN, but it functions much better than the UN. And it's a lot of fun. If you've never seen Cylon Johns, it's hilarious. It is
Well,
a ton of fun.
them guys are like all rocket scientists or something. I don't know what they're talking about. I
don't
get
know.
in there and I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think we watch the same show, but this is what I saw.
Well, that's everyone has their opinion. It's just fun. I go there on I think it's on Friday nights. I'm usually finishing up a sports one of my sports sim streams or whatever, and I go there and I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, I get to watch, and then I just sit there and I laugh. And they go, we wonder if Al's still here. And I'm like, I'm still here. I'm listening. You know, Ken Castro's in the house. He says, Bobby, 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 Bobby.
I'm not good with the chat while I'm on camera,
No,
but
that's all right.
I'll
Don't worry about
try.
it.
I'll try.
No, you're doing fine. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is now you do these lovely arts and crafts. Again, I don't know what else to call them, knickknacks. But you do like the ones I've seen are Game of Thrones related, and you sent Johnny Be Crazy like a basket of this really cool Game of Thrones related.
Yep, I
arts
had
and crafts.
fun with that.
Can you?
That was a lot of
I
fun.
wish you could. I should have had you send me a picture, and I could have loaded one up. But can you just tell us how you got started with your arts and crafts? And you do a really great job. And how, if anyone wanted to see that about your Facebook page, that they should subscribe to your Facebook page and they can see all your arts and crafts stuff.
Well, I started doing arts and crafts because I was bored to death.
Okay. I do other things when I'm bored, but that's not for now. So
well, I was really bored to death. I was sitting here for like I don't know, 4 years, just sitting, watching my grandparents.
Yeah, you're taking care of your grandparents. So
yes, and it's 24/7 job.
Yeah, again, it's very difficult. It's a noble thing. So hats off to you. I've done some of that with my parents. So God bless you.
And well, my grandfather didn't want me to move around because it distracted him. I couldn't see good, so I had to pay good attention to the TV. And
the
so
Western Channel.
Yes, Encore Westerns. He watched it.
And we'll be talking Westerns a little later because Bobby has tremendous knowledge about the Western Channel. We've done a little pre-chat last week, so
only what Grandpa liked.
Yes.
But that's how I got started. I was just bored. My grandmother had passed away and she had some beads. And I thought, well, I'm going to try this. I started watching videos on YouTube. And I got like super hooked on YouTube on crafting things. I can do that. That looks easy. I can do that. That looks easy. Now I'm sewing together books. Boy, is that cool.
No, but I'm telling you, I wish we have to, we'll get it on another time unless you can figure out a way to get a picture. And I think I'm the only one who can do it. But the thing you sent to Johnny Be Crazy, and he showed us, and I think it was on Cylon Johns because they have a couple of different channels, but it was really cool. It was like a basket of stuff that someone from, if you were a character in Game of Thrones, it was, describe what you sent for the people. And hello to Dave Little. He says hello to you, Bobby. And we have a lot of nice people.
Hey, Dave Little. I sent him a Maester's kit. That's what I called it.
So a Maester's kit would be like not formulas, potions, like all kinds of cool little
potions
things.
And poisons and
we'll just say potions.
Herbs. Oh, I like
herbs.
Poisons.
I know you do. Well, I know you do.
Yeah, herbs and
but
I wrapped them up in burlap and
it's unbelievable.
And, yeah, it's cool stuff.
And we have to get a photo. So again, this is on your Facebook page.
Well, there's a video that Johnny did of him re-unboxing.
If OTDA is still in the chat, if you can find that video, is it on Johnny's channel or on Cylon Johns?
I think it's on Johnny Be Crazy. It's his birthday one. It's his birthday one.
Hello, H. Hoove. I didn't say H M. See, my dyslexia kicked in. It's M. It's MHOOV. So it's Mhoove, a new subscriber of mine. I subscribe to her channel. How are you? Hope all is well. Thank you for stopping by. This little chat with Al, our subscriber drive. Remember to subscribe to all the content creators in the chat and subscribe to one another, and we'll get to 1,000 subscribers real quick. And then YouTube will have to change your policy once again. They'll go 10,000 subscribers. Yeah. So anyhow, but yeah, if OTDA, if you're still there, buddy, if you could find that on Johnny B. Crazy's channel, it was unbelievable. What Bobby sent to him, the Maester's kit, as she put it, and it's little containers, but they're done in the time period of what OTDA has put Johnny B. Crazy's birthday unboxing of Bobby Cantilano's handmade crafts. Check it out, people. It's absolutely marvelous. And if I knew how to do it and show it on this, I would. But Al Red Sox fan is not that intelligent when it comes to this stuff. Rob Explanation Point, another wonderful channel. Check him out. Please subscribe. And also Danny N. Grays and Cards and Toys. He did another. I like he goes with his, I believe it's his son, his children. Well, I know it's his kids. But they go toy hunting at the store. I love it. I'm like, I just listened to it. Hello, W. Vogs. That's Will. Check him out. Card collecting channel. Lots of people in the chat. As everyone's saying hello to everyone. Yeah, so thank you, OTDA. Really, check that out because you can see the wonderful work Bobby does. And once again, it's Johnny B. Crazy's birthday unboxing of Bobby Cantilano's handmade crafts. And it's for Game of Thrones. And it's absolutely marvelous, Bobby.
Can I stop this for a minute? Hold on 1 second.
Yes, you just have to go in to the top. Yep, there you go. So Bobby will be back with us in a second. So what's going on? As OTDA is hitting out of the ballpark in the chat. Moderator extraordinaire, putting everyone's links to subscribe to their channels. So how, again, do you have Danny and Grays in the chat? Rob Explanation Point. W. Vogs, Living My Rhapsody. Robbie Wartburg. The original Grognar. JD. Danny and Grays Cards and Toys says, oh, cool. It's nice to finally meet Bobby, LOL. Oh, Bobby's wonderful. Been wanting to have her on for a bit. And we're going to talk. She just does. If you can please click on that link above. Again, that's Johnny B. Crazy's birthday unboxing of Bobby Cantilano's handmade crafts. And you can see the wonderful work she does. We also have MHOOV.
See if I could show this off.
Corgris and Coin in the chat. Check her out. And let's go back to Bobby. She's showing. Hold on a second. Keep talking because you're not coming up on the big screen. I don't know why.
I just made this. It's a wildfire. My color don't look like it shows up good. Can you read it?
You can see the green. I'll talk again and do it again because I have to be absolutely quiet.
Okay. I don't know. Kind of like it when you're noisy.
Yeah, most people do. So.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my newest wildfire.
That's cool. Now
it's also on Instagram.
So how did you come up with the container? Do you find those? Like, because that looks.
I went to Michael's.
So and what did you do to make the wildfire? I mean, you're not making Molotov cocktails at your house, are you? Don't answer that question. We'll have the FBI on and stuff.
No. That's just clear glue.
I know what it is. I'm joking. Hello, my
How do you know what it is?
I don't know.
I just learned what it is.
Wow, you just told me what it is. I know what it is because you told me what it is.
Don't burnt paper. And burnt paper. I burnt my fingers on that.
Well, why'd you do that? That's not good.
No, does it look old?
Well, yeah, it does because that's what you want it to look like.
That's right. That's why I did that.
I know, but you don't have to burn your fingers doing that.
Well.
Hello, Teresa. Well, and you were also you were asking some people in the sports sim community what they would like to see. Like you were trying to make some special cards and stuff.
I made some birthday cards, using sports cards.
Yep, that was fun stuff. You showed some of that off. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I didn't do anymore.
What is your? Well, we have to market you a little better. I was having the conversation offline with you over the weekend, and you're like, I'm like, do you have a site? No. Okay. Do you have it on Facebook? You're like, yes, but I don't want anyone to join my Facebook. Well, sort of. I'm
I
like, well,
did not say
but
that.
no, you didn't say it that way, but you know what I mean. And I don't do Facebook because I'm gonna just get myself in trouble probably. But it was kind of funny because I'm like, do you do this? No, no, no. But your stuff is really cool. And again, check out that link above. And I'm gonna do I think I can do a copy paste here to put it back a little lower. And you can see.
I just don't know how to do any of it.
Let me do
I'm not a business type person.
copy link address, and this is paste. And here we go. And that is to see what our good friend Bobby sent to Johnny B. Crazy for his birthday, Game of Thrones theme. As Robbie Wartburg says, nobody can get in trouble on Facebook! Explanation point. So Teresa, how was your day, my friend? As that's a personal message there. We'll find out how Teresa's day was. So Bobby, how did you find the sports sim community? How did you find that?
I think that was Johnny's fault.
It was Johnny's fault that now you're addicted to sports sims. It's pretty funny. You're everywhere again. So
no, I think Johnny said Johnny was having to go sub here. This person is awesome or something. And
I love Johnny Crazy.
When somebody says do that, I go do that.
Well, that's kind of you.
I have so many to watch during the day.
It keeps you busy. It keeps you busy. Dave Little says, I have her Facebook. Definitely recommended. Thank you, Dave Little. We had a fun wrestling.
Thank you, Dave Little.
So if Dave Little recommends it, anyone who's on Facebook, please subscribe to Bobby Catalano. Is that how they would find you on Facebook?
Yeah. Catalano.
Catalano. Don't sound so excited. Like, yeah.
That's how they find me. Yeah. Well, there's other Bobby Catalano, so
yeah, but you are the Bobby Catalano. So
yeah, I don't know what I have for a picture. Anyway, this is what happened. I was checking out your stream, and
I'm sorry about that you had to check out on my stream.
It was one of your extra excited ones. Yelling.
I do yell a lot.
And I was laughing so hard. And I'm like, oh my God, this reminds me of when I was little. And I'd go into, we go to my grandparents on Sundays, and they'd have the ball games on, and there'd be like all kinds of people always at my grandparents.
Yep.
So it'd be like a full day event of people in the
loud talking at an Italian household.
Oh no, I don't think they're Italian. That's the other side.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Anyway, they'd be stomping and hollering and jumping up and down. You know, these are adult men, or you know, in their 50s, having the best time. And I was little, and you know, I'd get in trouble just for walking into the room because I didn't watch baseball. You get out of here, you know, that kind of stuff. These guys are all having a blast, but it used to make me happy. It was, you know, all that hollering. So you did it all by yourself.
Yeah, I do. I get excited. Just it's fun. It's nostalgia, as I said, and everyone who does it, the sports sim, it's nostalgia.
Yes.
The things you remembered as a kid.
Right.
Well,
yeah,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say my grandfather died in December, so you've been kind of stuck with me in your chat.
That's okay. We can
until I get over it, I guess.
You know, if we can provide some entertainment during that time period, that's awesome. But and now you've become a regular, and now you're on. So it's going to be fun to have you on with a chat with Al.
A regular pain in the ass.
No, yeah, true. But it's a good one. It's a lot of fun. It's just funny because I've seen you in other chats, you know, like Game of Thrones. You're a big Game of Thrones fan. We'll touch on that a little bit too. But it's just so much fun that we're able to bring so many people together from different YouTube type of communities. And that's why I call it Friends of the Community. It was originally Friends of the Channel. We still have the FOC when I do my goofy wrestling thing, Friends of the Channel, the FOC. Because I can't, we're all, well, that's a different, we're all bad guys in the FOC for the wrestling thing. But we give to charity and stuff like that. So we're bad guys with a heart of gold. But it's so cool. Oh, Moni G's in the chat. How are you? She goes, I am Krabby Patty Al. I am so super glad to see you're live. You always bring a smile to my face and heart. Thanks, friend. I'm gonna have Moni G on one of these days too. So Moni G is fun. Everyone's fun, but it's just what I was saying is, don't you think it's kind of interesting all the different people we've brought together, and a lot of it has to do with you, Bobby. I'm telling you, you go to everyone's chat. You were on baseball demos. You were in the he made a baseball player. I think Live My Rhapsody was on there. No, Moni G. It was Moni G. She was also part of that little baseball experiment, which was a lot of fun. And we beat your team 4 games. We beat your team 4 games to none, by the way. We won. ID Jesters beat the Robbie Wartburgs.
Somebody traded me. They just traded me off.
That wasn't my doing.
Wasn't my doing.
So
I don't mind. But I'm just saying. Wasn't my doing.
As Dave Little says, Bobby comes to my basketball games too. She's all over the place. It's unbelievable. So again,
I watch boxing and hockey. I don't care. I like the excitement. I like the noise. It's quiet here.
It is really
There's no family here. There's just me and my mom and the dog.
What kind of dog do you have?
Oh, he's a Morkie. He's a pain right in the butt.
Now, is he worse than little James Franco that Johnny has? Because little James Franco, he says, is a hellion. Your dog doesn't seem like a hellion.
He's a brat. Oh, well, if you saw him with the mailman, you would understand.
Oh yeah, dogs do not like people in uniforms. They just don't.
Here he is.
Oh.
Here he is.
Hello. Did you wake him up? He's like, I was sleeping.
Yes.
I was
You see his hairs all in his eyes.
Yeah, he looks like me in the morning. I'm like,
he's a brat.
That would be frightening if I had a camera and as soon as I woke up after, where I was halfway decent, and I'd be like, that would be me. That's the way I wake up in the morning. I'm like, I check the lottery numbers. I'm like, crap, I didn't win the lottery. Got to go to work. As Living My Rhapsody says, fur baby.
Yeah, he's a brat. I guess he's mine. He chose.
Yeah. He chose you. So your other big passion is Game of Thrones, correct? It's not just, I know your number one passion is the sports sim community on YouTube. I know that you love
I have more fun in the sports.
And you love baseball demos, and you love Dave Little, and you love Uncle Ron Juckett, and so on and so forth, and ID Jester. But I guess you have another passion, and we'll talk about it a little bit. Game of Thrones.
Sunday.
So, how did you get hooked on Game of Thrones? Bubba,
I was
in the chat.
Hey, Bubba. I was playing this game.
Yes.
Called Forsaken World. One of the kids in the game said, you got to watch it. I said, I don't want to watch it. He said, you got to watch it. So he sent me a link.
Right. We won't discuss those links, but I understand.
And I watched the first one.
Uncle Al can get banned from YouTube all by himself. He's already done it for 90 days. I don't want to go back on being banned.
Well, if they ban me, you guys are in trouble.
Well, you can't get banned. You're the number one fan of the community. So you watched it.
So I watched the one and I was like, oh, that's kind of bad, but it was really good.
Yeah, they have some stuff on there.
Well,
not for the weak of heart.
When I finally got to season 2, I said, oh my God, this is really bad. I'm not watching anymore. Right. I was like 4 seasons behind everyone else.
That's all right. You're still ahead of ID Jester, who's watched the first 2 episodes of season 1.
And I haven't read Robbie Wartburg too.
Oh my God, and Robbie.
Had to be done, Robbie. I've read probably about a third of the way into book 3 also.
The books are really good, though. I read all 5 of them. Again, I talked to you offline with that when we were preparing what we wanted to, because I wanted to get the arts and crafts thing. We still have to figure out something because I still didn't do it justice. The link did help, but to Johnny B. Crazy's channel about the box, the gifts you sent him for his birthday. But
well, I don't do any one thing, so it's hard to even say. I just do what I feel like doing.
Right. No, but you do wonderful work. So, but what I was saying to you offline when we were talking about this, like, I'm not a big reader, but when I get something I like to read, I become voracious. And I read all 5 books, and I was like, come on, George R.R., finish the damn books. But yeah, that's a lot of fun. I was late. Honest, I was late also to Game of Thrones. It was already coming up on had to be their 2nd season, because I watched the season 1 marathon basically on HBO, because they're coming up on the next season. So they basically on one of the HBO 15s I have, right? They just ran Game of Thrones the whole day, and I sat and I watched it. And I think that's the way I found out I liked it, because I tried to watch the first episode when it first came out. I'm like, I don't really care for it. But then when you can see the storyline, like you probably watched when you had that link. You probably watched a lot of them in a row, I would assume. Maybe not, but or you were able to watch them one day after the other. You were able to watch them in a quicker time period.
Well, I think I watched a couple that way, and then I just got the HBO
Go thingy.
Yeah, HBO Now I have.
Yeah.
And then I just had it canceled, and now I just got it back so I could rewatch. I just rewatched the whole binge watched.
So what was the most surprising thing in season 1?
Season 1?
Yeah.
Oh boy, that was a long time ago.
I know what it was. I mean,
most surprising thing. Let me think. Probably Ned.
I was just gonna say that because I had not read the books, right? Because I just told you I binged it. I'm like, they're not gonna kill off the main character. Oh my god, they just lopped his head off.
Yeah. I was not prepared for that.
No, I wasn't either. And that's when I read the books, because I wanted to be ahead of the curve. So I was prepared for everything. I want to know what's going on before it goes on in the TV.
Yeah, and then they do it different. I got a little confused reading the books. Once I got into book 3, I'm like, wait a minute. And that I had questions, and then I'm like, well, I'm not going to read any more of this until it's over, and then I'll just read it.
The funny thing, when the Red Wedding happened, I don't know what season it is. I don't know what book it is. I don't know the chapter. Like you said, some of the people, and it's awesome, the people who follow Game of Thrones, you watch them on YouTube channels, they know every verse, text, word, what the people ate before they farted and everything. I'm sitting there going, so
crazy.
It is. How the detail they get into when they're talking on the YouTube channels about Game of Thrones. It's so cool. My friend somehow got mixed up. He had not read the books. And he says, oh yeah, there's a wedding coming up and all the bad guys are going to get killed. I'm like, okay, make sure you watch, because I know. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. It's the other way around. So I say, oh yeah, you're going to love it. They're all going to get theirs, right? And he comes into work on Monday. He goes, you son of a bitch. He goes, oh, the good guys got killed. I'm like, yeah, it's called the Red Wedding. Do you think that means good? No.
If they could be horrible to somebody or group of people, boy, they do it in that show.
Oh yeah, there's no. I mean,
no one's safe.
That's when you knew. Again, are the Starks nice and loyal and all that? They're honorable. Yeah, they're all dead. They're dead because they're stupid.
Not all of them.
Well, Jon should be dead. He got brought back. Sansa was almost dead. Arya was almost dead. Rickon, come on, Zigzag kid. He'd still be alive. How many people were watching that episode yelling Zigzag, Serpentine? I was screaming at the TV to Zigzag. People in my house thought I was nuts. I'm like, Zigzag! Zigzag!
Boy, that really made me mad. That Ramsay Bolton made me mad.
Oh,
he's horrible.
He was horrible. What's funny? There's a lot of people who liked Ramsay. Oh, spoiler alert. OTA, not just spoilers. I don't do. Listen, if you haven't seen Game of Thrones by now, I'm sorry. I'm going to talk about it. I don't talk much. Yes, Dave Little says zigzag, freaking zigzag. I agree. Ramsey Bolton was, oh, he's so horrible. He was, remember when,
Nothing
well,
nice to say about him.
no, but there were a lot of people. I know when I used to go to Fill the Issue Guy and I watched that show, and I used to be involved with the chat and call in once in a while and do goofy voices. There are a lot of fans for Ramsey. I'm like, oh my God, he's like and they all hated, a lot of people didn't like Stannis. I mean, I like Stannis up until a point. Something really bad happened. I didn't like that. I'm not going to tell you what happened. He burned his daughter. So
That was bad.
yeah, I hate the Red Witch too. Oh, I hate her. But
Yeah, but she's kind of cool.
yeah, but
she's not right.
No,
and she's
not
horrible.
Right.
But she's kind of cool.
Yeah. So I wish Stannis didn't listen. My favorite
Ramsey
character
was not cool.
Some people think he was cool. He's worse than the books. Wait till you get to that part in the books. He's horrible. I heard that. He's like a Boy Scout, sort of, not really, but sort of in the TV show. You get to the books, man. You know, George R.R. Martin is a kind of an interesting fellow when it comes to his thought process between relationships when it comes to full contact hugging. That's all I can say. He's out there with his writing. He has an imagination. That's all. I don't know if you. Wow. I think he would even make Living My Rhapsody blush when she read some of that stuff, and she doesn't blush easy. She's also an author.
And she's
Teresa says, Bobby, I agree with Bobby about the Red Witch. Oh my God. We'll have a discussion about that, Teresa. I'm not a big fan. She's
cool.
She's not cool. What is wrong with you people? She made Stannis murder his own daughter.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yes. I blame it all on her. And Stannis.
Yeah, her sacrifice issues are a problem. But she can see things in the flames.
Wrong. She saw. Here's my point. If your army is like trapped and you're outnumbered, do you really want the snow to melt? No. Bad idea. The enemy can get to you, and that's what happened. I kept going, the snow is going to melt. How is that a good thing? You have less guys, less equipment. Bad. It's a bad thing. Not good. But that was one of the. I almost quit Game of Thrones. That was the worst thing. Next to Edith possibly getting raped on All in the Family, which you kind of don't know if she did or didn't. That was the worst. I remember just getting so mad. I was going to quit. That's when I found Phil the Issues Guy. I needed someone to talk to. I actually went on YouTube looking for someone to talk to about Game of Thrones because I was so pissed off.
Pissed off about what?
When they burnt Charisse.
Oh, that was awful, yeah.
She was such a nice little girl. After they had Father of the Year moment, remember at the castle, and he's telling her how much he loves her. I'm like, oh, how can you not like Stannis? He's the best. And like 4 episodes later, he's shish kebabbing his daughter. I'm like, really? I remember the scene when she goes, "You would want your father to be king, wouldn't you?" I'm like, say no, say no. You would do anything to help your father. I'm like, say no. If you say no, he'll let it go. But if you say yes, don't say yes. And she said yes.
And her mother was terrible too.
Oh, the mother was nuts. Who is the worst mother? Her mother. Oh, wow. Here's the 3. Oh, I hated Caitlyn. All right. This is for the chat.
Catelyn, however you say it.
Whatever. I call her bitch. Anyway.
Yeah, she is a bitch.
So Catelyn, who do you hate worse? Catelyn, Shamil, Shemazel, Hans and Pfeffer Incorporated. Catelyn, whatever. Shireen's, what the hell? I don't even know what her name was. Shireen's mother, or Shanice, whatever.
I don't know her name either.
Or Little Lord Robbie's mother, sister of Catelyn, Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, she's definitely cuckoo.
So we have 3 Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Well, I think Catelyn was cuckoo for Cocoa. I didn't like her at all. I
didn't like her either.
I'm going to tell you something. No one get mad. No one get mad. When they killed her at the Red Wedding, I cheered. I was like, good riddance to you. And I was even worse in the book. When I was reading the book, I jumped up. I touched the ceiling. I high-fived the ceiling. I hated her so much. And so who do you hate the worst? Catelyn, Stannis' wife, we'll say that, or Little Lord Robbie's Not Rob or Robbie in the chat. I'm talking about Game of Thrones. Robin, that's it. Sorry. Robin, or Robin's mother. Moni G says, being kissed by fire is where it's at. Long live Gingers. So she's with you and Teresa that she likes the red witch or priestess.
Well, I don't like her.
You just said she's cool.
I said she's kind of cool because she does that magic stuff.
Yeah, but
magic's cool.
Well, magic is cool. What are you talking about? Magic Johnson? He just quit the Lakers. No, that's not the Magic you're talking about. Do you know who Magic Johnson is?
Basketball player.
Very good. Very good, Bobby.
I've been watching. Go Vols. I ever see that?
Bubba Husky. Yeah, go Vols. That's funny. He didn't play for the Vols though.
I looked that up. I had to look that up. What is he saying?
Oh, when are you saying? Yeah,
I didn't want to ask in chat.
Tennessee Volunteers, go Vols. So I have to say, I really dislike Catelyn. So I'm going to say her, even though I hate Stannis' wife. Catelyn annoyed me to no end. I didn't like the way she treated. I didn't like the way she treated Jon Snow. I get it. She thinks that's her husband's bastard. Come on. I figured out who his mom really was. It wasn't that hard. I mean, and she was. Oh, I hated her. I don't like the Tullys either. They're pretty stupid. I like the Blackfish.
She was a real ass. I mean, yeah, she's gonna pray and pray and pray, and she'll never be mean to him again. And then she's just horrible. I can't love him. She's just bad. She's horrible.
I didn't like her. I didn't like her at all. I didn't like her. I mean, Ned. I liked Ned. He was kind of stupid, but I liked Ned. I mean,
the women in that show are kind of.
The women are smart.
They're not very nice.
No, but they're ruthless. Women are ruthless in that show, and sometimes.
Yeah.
But I have to be honest with you. I know our good friend Fandom D Saint is a big Cersei fan. In fact, I think there's a restraining order out against him because he's such a big. Like they used to have the restraining order out against me with Raquel Welch. Okay, but Cersei, I don't like her. But I have to tell you one thing. When she had the Godfather 2 moment, when she whacked out everybody, I was like, good for her. Good for her.
With the wildfire?
Oh, that was awesome. Because the only person I regret was Marjorie leaving.
With the wildfire?
With the wildfire. And you can get wildfired where, Bobby? On your Facebook channel. Page. You can buy your own little wildfire. So you get that now before before the season ends. So as you're watching, you can hold your wildfire and sit there and watch, and you're like, rub it and sit there and go, I have my wildfire. Just in case the White Walkers come to your house. What do you do if a White Walker shows up at your house? You're like, hey, go next door. But yeah, when she killed all those people, I was like, good. Because she outsmarted them. They thought she was done, and they thought they had beaten her down, and she's like, no, just going to get my revenge all at once.
She's crazy.
Oh, she's just happy she's in charge.
All the women are crazy.
Okay, so, but they're very powerful characters, the women. I'm not a big Daenerys fan. I don't know how many people in the chat like Daenerys. I'm not my favorite storyline. My favorite characters, I love the Hound. He grew on me though. Obviously, when we first were introduced to the Hound, didn't really like him. I thought he was a jerk. Then you come to find out he's not that bad of a fella. You know, he saved Sansa a couple of times.
He's my favorite.
I like I like the Hound. I liked Stannis. He's dead now. I didn't like. You know, even when they killed him off, I was kind of upset. I was hoping. I don't know how you come back for redemption from what he did or allowed to happen. But I was thinking maybe he joins that motley crew, right? And they just roam around the countryside helping people, but I'm wrong. I love Davos, another one of my favorite characters. Love Davos. So the Hound, Davos. I think those are my favorite characters right now. The Hound's just great because he really grew on you. He's not that whole thing with Arya and the Hound. had to be my favorite storyline. It was like The Odd Couple, just going from place to place, having adventures, killing people. That was awesome.
Killing people.
Well, they did kill people. You know.
She learned a lot from him.
Yeah, he was very smart. He taught her a lot. And I actually think when he was going to drop her off at the Twins, you know, the Red Wedding, when that happened, and he saved her because she wanted to go running in, he actually kind of like knocks her out.
Yeah.
And then later on, she's talking to him and she goes, "We should have tried." And he goes, "We would have just got your mother was dead. Your brother was dead." And she goes, "We don't know that. We should have tried." And he, you know, he says his usual gruff stuff. But I think he thought about that after. You know what I mean? Because you could always see, I don't know, something in his eyes like maybe we should have tried. You know, because he protected her. In fact, after they killed those people in the inn, when the chicken thing, which is hilarious, you know, I'll eat every again, great. I'll eat every effing chicken in this place, right? And she saves his life, and he got her the horse, remember? And he's letting her ride behind him or in front. I can't, but he's not guarding her anymore because he sort of trusts her. And even at the end, he goes, "Go with the big woman," right? He goes, "She'll protect you." You know, when Brienne kicked his ass.
Yeah, she kicked his ass too.
So, but I like, and then he came back and they brought him back really well, where he's just trying to live his life and he's helping out those people and they all get killed. He's off chopping wood by himself because he still likes to be alone. And he goes and he finds those guys. And remember? He just massacred, and rightfully so. Those are bastards. But the Hound's a great character. Yeah, definitely a favorite of mine.
Yeah. Yep. He does what real knights should do.
Oh, Teresa says, I can't pronounce the name. Ewan Rennan, I pronounced that wrong. The actor who played Ramsay Bolton plays Mick Mars on The Dirt, the Motley Crue movie, which is on Netflix. I'm gonna have to check that out then. She's seen it. She said it was okay. Pretty good. As Moni G says, "Jiminy Cricket, sorry I missed you, D. Scott Howard."
D. Scott Howard.
Yeah. The Hound's just a great character. Do you think we're gonna get the battle between him and his brother? As Ken Castro says, he's got to go. It's his shower night, and you better go because for your wife's sake, you got to take your shower on shower night. Moni G's chopping broccoli. Be careful, Moni G. I'll tell you a funny story real quick.
That's a song by Dana Carvey.
Be careful, Moni G. Or chopping broccoli.
Chopping broccoli.
Chopping broccoli. I was peeling a pear one time, you know, like skinning it with the whatchamacallit, and my hand slipped and I took off like this portion, like just a little bit of the top. My finger bled like I was going to die. Do you know how hard it is trying to put antibiotic on a finger that's bleeding like the Saturday Night Live skit with Julia Childs when Bill Murray did it back in the day? And blood.
I just did it.
Oh, did you? Yeah, it's no fun.
With a butter knife, I cut a chunk out. It's disgusting.
How did you do that with a butter knife?
It's a good butter knife, I guess.
You sure you had the right knife? Sounds like a paring knife.
Yeah, no, I washed dishes. I went to reach over it. It was sticking up. It's serrated. And it took out a big chunk right in the crease.
Oh, yeah, I always put knives down, though. I've learned to do that. But
I
would have done that for a butter knife.
Knives down.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe you should. I don't get it. Drinks and Nose Things in the chat. Subscribe to that wonderful channel, Drinks and Nose Thing. They're a big Game of Thrones.
They got a good channel.
They got a great channel. They do that, and they always say no spoiler alerts. So I have to be very quiet in their chat because
I think that's over.
Yeah, now we can have spoiler alerts because I think they actually finished. They have a 4-person panel. It's pretty funny. It's a good job. It's fun to watch. And if OTDA is still in the chat, or Moni G, can you please put that link to Drinks and Nose Things? Another must subscribe friend of the community in our subscriber drive to get everyone to 1,000 subscribers and more. Yeah, so I was bleeding quite heavily, and I'm trying to take my finger up, and you can't use that hand, and blood spewing all over the place. I finally do it. I actually put electrical tape on top of it to try to stop the bleeding. I went to work. They go, "You have electrical tape on your finger?" I'm like, "Yeah," because I was bleeding like a sieve. And then to try to get dressed to go to work, not realizing I actually got blood on my shirt.
Oh no.
They're like, "What did you do?" Nothing. But yeah. Yeah, the Hound, Davos. Oh, I like Bronn. I like Bronn too.
I do too.
Bronn's a fun character. People have come around to like Jaime. I still can't forgive him for pushing a kid out the window. That's still a tough thing.
But he's better than he was.
Ooh. Moni G says, "No, Al, I think only Clegane Bull will be Arya wearing Sandor's face." You think she's going to fight the Hound? I don't think so. Oh, maybe I misinterpreted that. Because remember how, excuse me, sorry. Remember how Arya used to pray before she'd go to bed about all the people she wanted dead? She took the Hound out of that prayer. So.
I don't know. I wonder if she learns how to wear faces without killing the people.
That was another great moment when she poisoned all of the a lot of the Freys, if not all of them. That was awesome. I hated the Freys. Hated the Freys. Robbie Wartburg with an update from his Zappa baseball. Al, 1967 Red Sox beat the 68 Tigers 13-1. That's awesome. And how do you get 1 point in Canadian football? I know how. Does anyone else? I forgot what it's called, but you can actually get 1 point in Canadian football because it's Canadian. Yeah. See,
I do not know.
If we had Mackenzie or Clarissa in the chat, we could ask them because they're Canadians. So.
Are you going to tell us?
I don't know what it's called, but you can get 1 point. It's like if you don't return a kickoff, it's a point for the other team that's kicking the ball. I believe that's how you get 1 point. Dave Little says, "I can't wait to see what Arya does when she puts on Littlefinger's face." Ooh, you think did we see a clip of that? Or is that just something you're hoping? That was great. Dave Little brings up, I hated Littlefingers. I hated him. He's the reason why the whole stupid thing started.
Yeah.
He caused everything. All the death and destruction was caused by Littlefinger.
I don't know. There's not too many left that I want to see die.
Back to the Canadian football thing real quick, Bobby. D. Scott Howard says, "Singleton, don't return from the end zone." See, I was right. I just don't know what it's called. Is it actually called a singleton? So if you kick off in Canadian football and they don't bring it out of the end zone, the other team gets 1 point. I kind of like that rule. It's kind of crazy, but I like it. Drinks and Knows Things says, "It's a solid theory that can happen, Dave Little." That would be interesting. But see, here's what I thought. You know how Littlefinger thought he was playing Sansa against Arya? Like the two sisters against each other? And I kept thinking, they have a little brother who can see everything, which he doesn't know. But I'm thinking to myself, because at first I was a little worried. Like Sansa, I'm not a big Sansa fan. I still think she's going to screw up some way. I don't like Sansa. Another Stark I don't care for. But they played Littlefinger good. Oh, my God. That was awesome.
I think she should marry the Hound.
You think Sansa should marry the Hound? He kind of liked her. Did you think he was going to rape her? Remember that scene at the Battle of the Blackwater? Some people I didn't think he was going to rape her. He might have wanted a little kiss from her. I don't think he would ever harm her. He saved her on numerous occasions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a time where they left her, where he went and he killed those people and got her back. There's a time where Joffrey, being the little a-hole weasel he was having one of the King's Guard just slap her around.
Yeah.
It happened a couple of times. One time, Tyrion stopped her. Another time, the Hound just gave a look. And that guy was like, "Yeah, I'm not hitting her anymore. I will kick your ass later on," if I remember correctly. So I like the Hound. Great character. You know who I didn't like either? Right off the bat, I never liked Robb the King. King Robert. I thought he was a big fat doofus. Another moron.
Yeah. He wasn't a good king.
No, he was not a good king. Not a good king at all. Not the brightest bulb on the face of the earth. Not a good king. Drinks and Knows Things says Microfinger already had reasons to believe that Bran had certain knowledge when he dropped the chaos is a ladder line. Well, he sees everything. I'm like, Littlefinger didn't know what he was. I hated Littlefinger. I mean, for Ned to trust him. Ned, stupid.
I told you not to trust me.
He said that as he puts his knife, the knife to the throat. I told you not to trust me, Ned. I like Ned. They're so stupid. You don't tell your whole military coup plan to the person that you're going to overthrow. And he told Cersei everything. Why?
Yeah, that's dumb when they do that.
I don't know. Now, I'll tell you the thing that did surprise me. Not that Roose Bolton went down the way he did. Because he just totally underestimated his little creepy son. When Ramsay killed him.
He's a creeper, too.
I know he's a creeper, but when Ramsay killed him, did you expect that? I didn't expect that.
Nope. But didn't surprise me.
No, it didn't. When it happened, I was like, wow.
When he set his dogs onto the...
Oh, he's such... But, he smiled at his little brother before he let the dog eat his stepmother and the little baby. Which I hate Ramsay. When the dogs ripped him apart, I was like,
bad.
Good. So,
yeah.
What do you think? Oh, as Drinks and Knows Things is Fat Walda. That was Bolton's wife. Bobby, and in the chat, how we have 6 episodes left, and then we'll get off the Game of Thrones as it's coming up. We're going to end in about 13 minutes. What do you think's going to go on? What do you want? Do you want Dany to become queen? Do you want Jon? I guess it would be Jon Stark now, right? Or Jon Snow. Do you want him to become king? What do you want? What do you see? Who's going to win the Game of Thrones? I know everyone asked that question. Who's going to win? I hope the Night King wins. I'm rooting for the Night King. How do we know the Night King's a bad guy? I don't think he's a bad guy. Maybe he
might not be a bad guy.
Maybe he's there to just make things right, to get things in line, in order. That's all I'm saying. Talking Game of Thrones, Joey. Might not be your chat if you don't like Game of Thrones. This is Bobby Cantillano, super fan of all. She's in everyone's chats in the sports sims and in the Game of Thrones community and Westworld and you name it. She's there chatting and making people feel good in the chat, being polite.
Just a busybody.
Dave Little says Bran is the Night King. You think? I know what? I have that theory too. A lot of people have poo-pooed me, but it's a possibility. I like that theory, Dave Little.
They make him look like him.
There's that picture they took side by side where they were wearing the same clothes. Now they could go to the same tailor, maybe.
I don't think he is.
You don't think he's the Night King? Drinks and Knows Things says Bobby Cantillano is a total champ. Yes, she is. As I said, she's savoir faire. She is everywhere. Teresa says Tyrion Lannister, my guess. LOL. That's not a bad guess. I'm rooting Night King. I don't think he's a bad fella. Just because he can raise the dead. Who else could raise the dead? That's right. And he's a pretty good guy. Jesus. So maybe the Night King sort of knows Jesus. And I don't know.
He raised the dead. Look at him.
Yeah, okay, they're sort of angry. Well, they just got killed.
They're still dead.
Well, they're just different. They just want to be loved or hugged, and they're misunderstood.
Although the dragon was cool.
Yeah. There's another one. How do you lose one of your... I just can't say. Here's my favorite one, and we'll get off Game of Thrones. Okay, so, remember, Dany shows up in Westeros, right? And they beat the Lannister armies. Everyone's like, oh, the Dothraki kicked ass. Dude, they had 2 dragons. I think, right, they had 2 or 3 at the time. Well, they had at least 2. I can't remember how I'm like, they had dragons. You give me the Girl Scouts of America and dragons, and I win too. I mean, the Dothraki didn't do anything. The soldiers were running for their lives once they got lit up by dragons. I'm going to tell you what happens when light cavalry, and you can ask the original Grognard, who's basically a military historian, right? When light cavalry comes up against heavy infantry in the day, guess who wins? Heavy infantry. I'm telling you, the Dothraki are overrated. How are they going to fight in the snow? Enjoy your little loincloth then, jackasses. And another thing, I don't care who plays Aquaman. I don't care who plays Aquaman. Khal Drogo, Shamil Shemal. Aquaman is lame.
I like Aquaman. I used to watch that when I was little.
Yes, but he was the lamest super friend.
I don't know. There was Robin.
Yeah, but Robin hung out with that. You're right. Robin's pretty lame. So imagine if you sent Robin and Aquaman to try to solve some crime or stop something. They're going to get steamrolled, please. Aquaman still, I mean, Family Guy did it the best. If you're committing a crime, just stay out of the water. What's Aquaman going to do? He's going to throw a starfish at you, just like he did in the Family Guy parody. Nothing. He's going to do nothing. Aquaman. Can't you like throw salt on him or something and he dies or something? I mean, isn't he like a snail or a leech? Aquaman. He wore
Not your fave, huh?
No. And it is Khal Drogo playing Aquaman, please. You only need one superhero. It's Superman and Captain America. That's all you need.
Where is Superman?
Superman beats everybody. Now, here's the way to beat Superman. You make a bullet out of kryptonite, and when he's not looking, you pop him. He's dead. He's done. I don't know why Lex Luger never thought of that. Why do bad guys come up with... Remember... Okay.
I kind of like Lex Luger.
I kind of like Luthor, whatever the hell his name is, but...
Lex Luthor, yeah.
Lex Luger was a wrestler. Same crap anyway. But here's the thing. 007, James Bond, right? Every time they caught James Bond, and they did a great parody in the Austin Power movies, because it's everyone, when I was a kid, I go, why wouldn't you just shoot him? Problem solved. No, they got to wait like, we're going to have sharks eat you, or we're going to have a laser beam cut you in half. And then when they ever parodied, whatever, made fun of that, made a parody of it in Austin Powers with his son, that was hilarious. With Dr. Evil's son. He goes, I could just shoot him now, Dad. No, that's no way to do it. We got laser sharks. I don't get it. Not a big fan of Aquaman. I'm not a big fan of Aquaman. Who would, okay. Girl Scouts of America versus Aquaman. Who wins? Girl Scouts of America. Simple. Aquaman, they'd be like, well, you want to buy some
the cookie?
That's what I'm saying. They'd be like, you want to have some cookies? He'd go and they'd kick him in his whatever nether region. Who thought up Aquaman anyway? Is he like son of Neptune or something? Where'd he come from, Aquaman? Was he like one of those? Remember when you were a kid? Did you used to get like those sea fish or whatever, seahorses, and they were like Briar shrimp? And you don't remember that, do you? Like you'd buy it in a 25-cent thing. You try to create a little city. No. I'm telling you, you look it up, it's true. Let me see. Rob, explanation. Richard Simmons should play Aquaman. Yes! Rob, explanation point, gets it. That would be the perfect Aquaman, Richard Simmons. That definitely the perfect. Rob, explanation point, understands Aquaman's lame.
And I like Richard Simmons.
I like Richard Simmons too, but he'd be the perfect Aquaman. I could see him in that green tights, right? Orange. It'd be like, oh, Aquaman, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. I'm Aquaman. Yes, absolutely. Rob, explanation point, you are absolutely correct. Drinks and those things gets it too. Stay out of the water. Problem solved. He can't walk. How long can he stay? He's like a vampire or something, right? He can't stay out of the water too long. So he's lame. I don't know where all this animosity comes towards Aquaman, but at some point in my childhood, I learned to hate him. I
They
would
probably
rather.
replaced Johnny Quest with Aquaman or something, and you got pissed.
I like Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest was a cool
So
cartoon.
did I.
The original cartoon from 1968 or whatever. It was only one season. Then they brought it back, but it was okay, not as good. Man, that was a good cartoon. Johnny, remember
Oh, it's so melting here.
remember the gargoyle? The gargoyle one? That was scary. That was cool. All right. Well,
They were all pretty scary.
yeah, they're pretty intense. So we have 5 more minutes to go before the witching hour, midnight. All right, Bobby Cantillano, thank you very much for coming on. It was a lot of fun, as usual. It's just off script all the time with me, but we talked a little Game of Thrones.
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, we're not leaving yet, Bobby. We got to do the proper go off. We got to say goodbye to everybody. And so let's say thank you to Drinks and Bobby. Bobby.
Here.
Okay, hold on 1 second. So Bobby, can you again? You don't have you kind of have a YouTube channel, but you don't. So please, if you want, check out. Yeah, you do have it. I subscribe to it, and you do have a video up of some of your stuff. So please check out Bobby Cantillano's channel. I'd like to say thank you for coming on. Did you have fun?
I had fun. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, a little more convincing. We'd like to get some more guests on. Bobby, did you have fun?
Yeah.
Okay, that was even less convincing. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you very much. It was a lot of fun, Bobby. We made you laugh.
I had a blast!
There you go. That's the fake enthusiasm we like to suck more people on the show. God, beautiful. Anyway, it was fun. I enjoyed it. And we'll have you on. We're gonna have you on with a chat with Al, with myself, OG, and Uncle Ron one of these nights. And you can help read out the.
That'll be
Yeah,
fun.
you can help read out some of the stuff in the chat because we miss stuff. That means you can interrupt us. You like to interrupt, don't you, Bobby? Yeah, all right. So you'd be perfect for it. I'd like to say thank you to Rob, Explanation Point, Moni, G, Drinks and Knows Things, D, Scott, Howard, the original Grognard, Robbie Wartberg, Teresa, thank you, Dave Little, poor Joey Perchy. He stopped in, thought it was probably a sim game. Goes, what the hell are these people talking about? Thank you to Joey. Bobby Cantillano, she's everywhere. She's in the chat. She's on the video. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Ken Castro, OTDA, All Hail the Empire, Living My Rhapsody, W. Vogs, WKRP in Cincinnati. You remember that show? That was fun. Bubba Husky.
That was a good show. Funny.
What did we say to Bubba Husky, Bobby? What did we say to Bubba Husky?
Go Vols.
Go Vols. There you go. And Danny N. Gray's Cards and Toys.
I think I'm subscribed to all those card opening ones. Boy, they're fun.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. I've subscribed to a lot of them. That's a fun community. We've got quite a few crossovers from there, and I hope we continue to get some more crossovers because that's just a natural. The sports sim, the card collecting, and with everybody, they subscribe to one another. It helps everybody out. JD, thank you very much. And I think it won't let me go up anymore. And there was a new subscriber. It was MHOVV and it's right there. I found it. M Hoove, Corgus, and Coin. So anyhow, though she left quite early. But thank you for stopping by. So Bobby, once again, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope everyone had a good laugh. We had fun. We talked about some stuff. Hope everyone enjoyed. And we'll get Moni G on one of these times. Bobby's at FLA. It's hot down there. Send some.
I am melting.
I'm melting. And on that note, before Bobby melts, health and happiness. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. And if you're gonna overthrow someone on a Game of Thrones, don't tell them your plan. Don't be a Stark. God bless. You know it's coming.
Don't be a Stark.
Peace.